Konnichiwa, everybody. Today is Thursday, May the 30th, and do I have that video ready to release? No, I don't. But I don't believe in excuses all the time, but here's my excuse. My friend Bill and I went out to a place called John's Pond. You've seen some of those Instagram posts that I've done. And I promised a video last Thursday. Well, last Thursday I did the video on iMovie, and the iMovie app, as I've mentioned before, or at least the iMovie app I have on my iPhone, limits your uploads to 12 minutes. And to get by that, what I do is I upload the movie onto my laptop, and from my laptop I go ahead and just upload it to YouTube. Well, I used iMovie, and that, I've used that before, and it's okay, but my friend Eric told me to, this step, to actually level up, to go with a better editing software. And Eric recommended Premiere, and I was using Premiere on that free trial, and I liked it, but at the same time, it wasn't, for me anyway, there's bugs everywhere. For me anyway, it wasn't user-friendly enough for me. Before I'm not as quick as I used to be as far as learning, and that's just due to all the, like I've said before, the radiation and etc. But so I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger on something, and that was to buy Cyberlink's PowerDirector 17, and I do like it a lot. The problem is that there's a pretty big learning curve if you're unfamiliar with that kind of editing software. Beforehand, all I've used is the iMovie, and then that video that solo overnight trip that I did was simply using the Windows video editor. So what I'm trying to do is have a better video this time, because Bill and I went out, and it was a fun trip. It was super fun. I had a great time. I know I pushed Bill a little too hard, and Bill will admit to this. Hiking wise, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that far. For a lot of you guys are watching, it was 3.4 miles in. I have to look at my phone. Again, I kept the iPhones keeps track of that with it's built-in pedometer, but it's 3.4 miles in, and then 3.4, of course, coming back out. So it wasn't necessarily that far, but for those packs, and then you got to build your strength back up. But anyway, I had a great time, and what I'm going to do is just ask everyone to bear with me. Today I was editing the video together, and I was looking at the clock, and I thought there's just no way, even if I tried to upload it tonight, that I would be able to do a quality job. I don't want to rush through this. I want to actually have this video be the first using this new video editing software, and actually taking the time. The sun's starting to come back out. This is going to be the next level up for me, as I said a moment ago, in editing and quality of my videos. And so I ask you to bear with me, that it'll be uploaded as quickly as I can get it uploaded or edited together, and feel good about it. Now, it may not be tonight, it may not be tomorrow, it might be Saturday or Sunday. One of the main reasons that is holding me back or slowing me down is that it's summertime, or might as well say summertime. It's unofficial start of summer, and everything is growing. And even though this is not a working farm anymore, as far as having horses and cows and things like that, but it's a rather large piece of property, and so it requires mowing and weed eating and things like that, and those take a couple of days to do every week, just to make it look nice and pretty. But I promise I will get this video done, and then from there on out, we're going to start doing camping videos, some kind of adventuresome video every every week, either a Thursday upload or Friday. I will try to keep to that Thursday goal. If for some reason I go over, I might put out a quick little video like this saying, hey, the reason why that I didn't get the video out is because I'm being a gimp right now, or I'm being lazy, or I'm procrastinating. I've got a book list right now, yay high, that I'm trying to work my way through right now as well, and there's not enough hours in the day to get everything done, and then try to get in also on top of everything else, an hour or two workout every day, which I'm thinking about doing a quick video series on that next week, where I take a before photo and show, the before, like gut, everything, because I am, right now, as I've said before, I'm about 20 pounds over what my heaviest weight, or what I should be right now. Weighed in right yesterday morning, and I was at 198. So I've lost a couple of pounds, but not. I need to get down to at least 172, back down to 172. But anyway, I'm rambling. Please bear with me. I will get the video out, and then after that, it will be try to do a regular video. And I'm taking a note from Justin Barber. His videos are great. The Newfoundland area, and he's showing people the beauty of Newfoundland, and that's now on my bucket list to go see Newfoundland, do a hike, the same, or a hike or canoe trip, whatever. Same thing as watching all the other Canadian bushcrafters. Being able to get up to Algonquin Park is now on my bucket list. Look into that, and also a couple of the other places like up in Woodland, Caribou. To me, that's fun. Being away from everything. Ow, man, the bugs are starting to bite me pretty bad out here. I decided not to put any bug spray or anything on. I wanted to just come out here, do this video, get back, because it's about time to feed the dogs, and I want to continue to work on that video, because it's driving me crazy not getting it out. But I'm also I've set up the Patreon account. I'm setting up a PayPal link, so if people want to start donating to the channel. Now the Patreon account is set up, but it's still got some tweaking to do before I actually put it, link it to my YouTube videos. I hate asking for money, so I'm not asking for money in the sense that if you give me money, you won't get anything back. Depending on how close you are, we could do camping trips together. And I'm getting a disabled permit, so that way I could go to certain campgrounds, and we can go camping, do bushcrafting, hiking. There's all kinds of things I want to show people, just like Justin Barber's doing with Newfoundland. I want to show people the hidden beauty here in Southwest Virginia, Northeast Tennessee. Luke over at the Outdoor Gear Review does a lot of that, showing North Carolina and places literally where with him, sometimes the Creeper Trail is 5 minutes away. White Top Mountain, my family lived there, a lot of them still do. That's something. Mount Rogers National Park. But what I'm going to do is start doing canoe trips, river trips, New St. James River, or the St. James River, anyway, and New River Gorge, as I mentioned before, this summer, if I can afford it. Also be doing skydiving trips, things like that. Every day you got, like I said before, and that's the reason, and that's the name of the channel. People say, well, you should really, say Reason to Live Adventures instead of RTL Adventures, because no one really, like RTL, what does that mean? Unless I tell you that, Reason to Live. But I want to stick with that because it's there now. It's an entity. It's on my logo, RTL Adventures, but it stands for Reason to Live Adventures. If you're new, or if you're just now watching, it's Reason to Live. And I've talked about that before, why, with the brain tumor, etc. And one of the goals of the channel is to eventually start bringing other people out with disabilities. Another thing, and to be completely honest, is to monetize the channel, because I've said this before, the tumor is going to get me. I have no illusions about that. People say, oh, you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't be down. But it's not being down. You know, it's something that's going to happen to all of us. And so what I want to do, especially here in light of Memorial Day being being here, or recently Memorial Day, and going and putting flowers on the graves, is actually go ahead and do a pre-need. Go ahead and pay for I want to go ahead and pay for my funeral, plot, everything, so that when, you know, when it happens, my family are not burdened with that. I think everyone needs to try to look ahead. When you're young and you're immortal, you don't think about those things. But now with this brain tumor, I think about it a lot, a whole lot. Especially in light of the fact that it happened. I was diagnosed with this brain tumor roughly 3 months after my grandmother passed away, and she didn't have a life insurance policy, and my mom had to foot the bill for that funeral, which was $6,000, $6,500, something like that, and I wasn't able to help because of what happened to me, and then not being able to work and being on disability. And she didn't get any help from any other family members, which is, oh well, that's neither here nor there. But that's just the way it goes. But anyway, thank you for watching. I will get this video out, and I'm going back to do some more farm work. And then this evening, I'm going back to work on the video, and going to learn as quickly as I can all the ins and outs of this video editing software. Maybe making a trailer. So yeah, now I've got to go because they're biting the crap out of me. Ah. Okay. Be good. Find a reason to live every day, and be kind to your fellow man or woman, whatever, your fellow person. I'll say in this age of political correctness and all that other. We're all individuals. We all have feelings. And they can be hurt and cause anger, etc. So just be good to one another. You know, smile. Don't give the mean, menacing frown. Like I've said it before. I always try to nod all the time to everywhere I go, whether it be here locally, Florida, or out in California, or somewhere as far away as China. I always nod. It's not a bow. It's just a kind of an acknowledgement. Like a cowboy kind of dips his hat. For a woman, I just nod or acknowledge everybody that I walk by. Simple acknowledgement. So, okay, thanks for watching, and